Imagine a jet that moves like a shadow and strikes like a serpent. Welcome to the world of the Nightfire Viper-77, a next-generation stealth multirole fighter jet that's rewriting the rules of aerial warfare. It's not just a machine. It's a symbol of dominance, speed, and precision. This review takes you deep inside the Viper-77, from its development story to its terrifying battlefield capabilities, and what makes it perhaps the most feared aircraft in modern skies. The Nightfire Viper-77 didn't appear out of nowhere. It's the product of decades of fighter evolution and covert military R&D that fused technology, combat experience, and predictive threat analysis. Developed in secrecy under a multinational black project led by the Phantom Aerospace Consortium, the Viper-77 was designed to be two things above all: invisible and lethal. Its name, Nightfire, speaks volumes. It's built for total operational supremacy during night missions, using adaptive camo technologies and heat masking systems that allow it to nearly disappear from infrared and radar detection. And the Viper-77 designation reflects its strike philosophy: fast, coiled, and deadly. Let's talk airframe. The Viper-77 has a low observable, angular design reminiscent of a hybrid between the F-22 Raptor and the Su-57, but more aggressive. It features active skin panels that adjust reflectivity based on environment, a kind of stealth chameleon coating. Its fuselage is constructed from a composite of carbon-weave thermoplastics and graphene-based meta-alloys, making it both ultralight and virtually undetectable by most conventional radar bands. At first glance, you might notice something odd: the jet has no visible tailfins. Instead, it uses advanced thrust vectoring and plasma flow control for maneuvering. Yes, plasma flow control. We're talking about shaping airflow at the molecular level to generate lift, drag, or turning force without needing traditional surfaces. That means less radar cross-section and greater agility. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The Viper-77 is powered by twin Helios X9 adaptive cycle engines, which dynamically switch between high-thrust and high-efficiency modes depending on the mission needs. These engines not only provide an incredible top speed of Mach 2.8+ but also offer extended loitering capability during patrols. The afterburners are plasma shielded, reducing thermal visibility by over 80% compared to existing stealth fighters. It can supercruise, that means it can fly at supersonic speeds without using afterburners, for extended periods. Not just for 10 minutes like the F-22. We're talking over an hour of supersonic flight with no IR trace. This is crucial for high-speed ingress and egress in contested environments. Whether it's a deep strike mission or an air superiority sweep, the Viper-77 gets there fast and unseen. Inside the cockpit, the pilot sits in what's best described as a digital brain. Traditional gauges and analog backups gone. Everything is virtual. A full immersion, holographic interface wraps around the pilot's helmet and canopy glass, delivering a 360-degree battlefield picture, AI-assisted threat prioritization, and real-time mission updates. The AI co-pilot, code-named ONYX, is capable of managing most subsystems autonomously, including electronic warfare, weapons targeting, and damage control. But here's where it gets really wild. The Viper-77 can fly completely autonomously or in semi-autonomous swarm mode with other Vipers. This means one pilot can direct multiple jets like a squadron of deadly birds. With ONYX managing micro-level maneuvers and strategy decisions based on onboard mission parameters, the pilot becomes more of a commander than just a flyer. Weapons. Oh yes, the Viper-77 is not just a stealth recon asset. It's built to kill. Its internal bays carry a mix of air-to-air, air-to-ground, and anti-ship weapons, all built to be stealth-compatible. But what's unique is the modular smart loadout system. In other words, the aircraft decides what weapons it should carry for a given mission based on the threat assessment uploaded before takeoff. It recommends the best mix of armament based on geography, target profile, and likely resistance. Standard weapons include the VORTEX-12, hypersonic air-to-air missile, capable of reaching targets up to 200 km away at Mach 5 speeds, guided by quantum inertial navigation. There's also the Shadow Lance, a low observable glide bomb with AI terminal targeting, perfect for neutralizing command bunkers or SAM sites. For closer engagements, the Viper carries the Talon X5, a direct energy pulse cannon, Yes, an actual energy weapon, mounted internally for precise mid-range strikes. Electronic warfare is another area where the Nightfire Viper-77 dominates. Its Spectra array suite combines jamming, deception, and real-time cyber intrusion capabilities, allowing it to not just hide from radars but to actively blind them or feed them false data. In test scenarios, a single Viper-77 was able to spoof an entire NATO air defense grid into thinking it was a friendly transport plane. And if it somehow gets locked on, the jet isn't helpless. Its countermeasure suite includes flare cloud holograms, laser dazzlers to blind incoming missile optics, and even micro-drone decoys that simulate radar and IR signatures. Range-wise, the Viper-77 can go the distance. Its ferry range exceeds 3,200 kilometers without refueling, and with the stealth refueling probe retracted inside the fuselage, it can top off mid-air via a stealth tanker. Its operational ceiling is over 75,000 feet. That's higher than most SAMs can reach. But the Viper-77 isn't just built for solo flights. It was engineered for network-centric warfare. Through encrypted quantum-linked data streams, it maintains real-time communication with satellites, drones, command centers, and other units in the field. It can pass target data to a drone swarm, call in artillery support, or even act as a command relay for ground troops. This makes it a force multiplier in any conflict zone. The most fascinating element, however, is its survivability. It's not just stealth and speed, it's layered redundancy. The cockpit is armored with a reactive nanomatrix that absorbs kinetic and thermal energy. The flight control system has no less than 5 backups. And if all else fails, the pilot can eject in a capsule that deploys mini-drones for aerial rescue coordination, stealth parachutes, and even defensive countermeasures. So what does this all mean in practical terms? It means the Nightfire Viper-77 isn't just an evolution of 5th-generation fighters. It's a leap into what some are calling Generation 5.75+, a transitional design between manned stealth jets and fully autonomous aerial strike drones. Its battlefield performance is already the stuff of legend in simulation scenarios. In a 2024 classified Red Team exercise, the Viper-77 engaged and neutralized 19 hostile aircraft, including 5th-gen threats, without ever being detected on radar. It simulated strikes on 3 hardened ground targets and successfully evaded all retaliatory surface-to-air missiles. Even in mock dogfights, the Viper-77 has outmaneuvered F-35s, Typhoons, and Su-57s thanks to its plasma-controlled surfaces and predictive AI flight patterns. Test pilots reported feeling like they were flying, with the future whispering in their ear. Of course, a machine like this doesn't come cheap. Each unit reportedly costs over $330 million, nearly twice the cost of an F-35, but many defense analysts argue it's worth every dollar, given that one Viper-77 can perform the role of a squadron of conventional fighters, without support. Currently, only 2 air forces are rumored to be operating the Nightfire Viper-77, and even then, in extremely limited numbers. Deployment is said to be reserved for critical missions such as high-value target elimination, deep surveillance, and electronic suppression. Whether it will enter full-scale production or remain a phantom weapon of the elite is still unknown. So where does this leave us? The Nightfire Viper-77 is not just a stealth jet, it's a battlefield ghost, a digital predator, and a vision of the future all rolled into one. It redefines what it means to control the skies, not just with firepower or speed, but with total information superiority. It's faster, smarter, deadlier, and almost invisible. The sky will never be the same.